So when we're changing hotels, the morning thing we do, we put our suitcases outside of our rooms, and then the soigneaus, and also our mattresses and pillows, we wrap them up. We don't need to wrap them up. I think the guys would do that for us. Maybe in the third week it might be a little too arduous for us to wrap our own mattresses, but Brent, Alexis, Marco, Pedro, they come and collect them and take them away to the next hotel. And that's why also the requirement for suitcases for pro cyclists is 4 wheels underneath. None of this 2-wheel stuff, 4 wheels, because then it can roll multiple bags. The rest day has disappeared. It's just gone. It just messes with the space-time continuum. You wake up and it's pretty much time to go to bed. It goes by that quickly. Most riders take a midday nap. We were all comparing midday nap lengths. I didn't nap. I went to, but then I couldn't sleep, so I didn't. But also, if you're awake, like if you nap, you go to sleep and then you wake up a split second later, and yes, you feel better for it, but then that's like an hour or 2 of your day, your special, precious rest day gone. I had a good night's sleep. I felt refreshed, ready to go. We have a really interesting stage today. 100k of flat, and then it's lumpy. On paper, perfect for a breakaway that sticks, but it's the day after a rest day, so everyone's fresh. There's gonna be a lot of people knowing, and this is the thing, knowing that it's the perfect day for a breakaway, which makes it difficult because then it could be not the perfect day for a breakaway because everyone wants to be in it. Then the back end of the race very much looks like a day for Van der Poel and Biniam Gamay. So I think there's going to be a lot of onus on Alpecin and Wanty. And what we've received in our information for today, Giacomo's up as well, which is great because we love a day that Giacomo is up and ready to go. So we've got quite a relaxed morning. It's a late start and there's a heat wave here in Italy at the moment. Seems so far it's a good, and the forecast for this week is a good weather GIRO for the time being. Before we crack in today, we are staying by the beach right now. There is no surf, but all the teams are in the same hotel more or less, which means Vincenzo Nibali is here and his nickname is Shark. So I want to thank Surfshark for sponsoring yet another video. If you've been following this channel before, you'd have seen it's a virtual private network, otherwise known as a VPN, something I'm using daily here. Like every day, because we're changing hotels and Wi-Fi's all the time. You know, from personal experience, there's 4 reasons why you need a VPN. The first one is it hides your IP address, so your city, country and download history are not linked to your identity. The second one is it helps encrypt all your data and keep it safe, like your credit card details and your personal information when you're on the public Wi-Fi's. And if you travel a lot, like we are, you're often logging into hotel Wi-Fi's, which can be a little hit and miss. So you can change your location easily and you can jump into watching Race Pass or anything that's geo-blocked wherever you are. Surfshark unlocks more than 15 Netflix libraries around the world. And Disney Plus as well. Notice Disney Plus, you can access that from just about anywhere. Surfshark uses encryption to protect you against snooper and third-party advertisers, so your data's not being sold on. Subsequently, you're not going to be inundated with those pesky online dating pop-up ads. There's a code, you can use my code, Dowsett, that's all in capitals, 2 T's on the end. You get 83% off and an extra 3 months for free. Surfshark also offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there really is nothing to lose here, guys. And just from me, thank you again to Surfshark for continuing to sponsor this channel, because without the sponsors, this wouldn't be possible. Because as I said in the last video, to do these videos is I have to make it as easy as possible for myself on tour, which means filming, shipping the clips off to one of our wonderful editors, and then the YouTube video comes back. Yeah, thank you. We're on to today. Demo's doing his stretching. We're not quite in the 3rd week yet, are we?
No, not yet.
Not yet, so we're still waiting.
Still far away.
Stage 10. Oh, halfway mark today. Halfway through today's stage is halfway through the Giro d'Italia. And that is something to celebrate. Probably not half the amount of elevation done yet though for this Giro, right? Yeah.
Domenico Pozzovivo of all people starting the lead out, Biniam Girmay hitting the front, another duel with Van der Poel just like on day 1. This time history was made, Biniam Girmay becoming the first ever Eritrean, the first ever black African to win a Giro d'Italia stage.
Right, that's stage 10 done. So we're over the halfway mark in this Giro d'Italia. We are up.
We have 11 to go.
No, if we've done 10.
Still have 11.
Oh, it's halfway through tomorrow, isn't it?
After tomorrow, you can say we're over half.
But at what point is the halfway mark?
Tomorrow's 200k, so at the 100k mark.
No,
tomorrow,
just in stages, because we only did 12.
halfway through, maybe 10 and a half.
Ah, bugger.
Can't do math anymore.
Normally maths is my strong point, but fatigue.
And I would say time-wise, we haven't hit it.
Elevation-wise? Stress? Let's say we're over halfway in stress. Today was a mixed bag. There was 100k of just flat coast road. Breakaway went far easier than expected. We had demo in it. Then, all credit to them, Monty and Alps and Phoenix took it up, which we expected. They made life very difficult on the difficult sections and tailed off a couple of sprinters, which was their plan, I think. And then Biniam, Gamay and Van der Poel ran 1-2. Hats off to them. They had a plan, they executed it, and it went well for them. I mean, obviously it would rather we'd have won, and Giacomo really fought. Just the last final climb was nailing the coffin, I guess, for a lot of sprinters. But happy with a Biniam Gamay win, because it's huge for the sport, I think. What else to report? Oh, gripe of the day. Gripe of professional racing is the camera motorbike. The camera motorbike just gets closer and closer to the front. Front speeds up because they're in the slipstream, and then the camera speeds up because they're in the slipstream. Front speeds up some more, and it just really influences the race, because anyone that's dropped will not come back. I think it's a really sad part of the sport that's it influences outcomes. If you ever see a rider that's solo, that's not apexing corners, if they're not taking the racing line through a corner, it's because they've got a camera motorbike slipstream to follow, and it's faster to follow that. This isn't a today thing, this is an every single bike race thing. We will go to the commissaire car and say camera motorbike's too close. Then the commissaire will radio ahead, camera motorbike will go clear, and then bunch will bunch up, and it will get decidedly easier. You're not doing 500 watts on the wheel, and then suddenly it creeps back and the pace creeps up again. Yeah, it was headwind today, and we're doing 50k an hour on the wheel at times. We're good bike riders, but we're not that good. If any journalists are watching, I guess this could turn into a headline, but it is a massive part of bike racing, and it's something we have to adapt to and deal with, and sometimes use. That's my real big gripe of the day, the camera motorbike. Tomorrow should be a fairly simple sprint stage, which almost certainly means it will be far from simple and quite chaotic. On to tomorrow.
Demar got the competitivity award, and I said, I'm proud of you because now you are the second one in the team. He said, who had it first? I said, yeah, me. He said, when did you have the red number? I said, yeah, after I got the climbers jersey. Because there was this poll, and did you even realize that I got the red number that day?
Oh, they do it
no
by
one
vote.
did realize that. I had the blue jersey plus the red number.
But they didn't give me the red number.
Yeah, they gave it to me.
Rick and I are the team's media team. This is Phoebe. She's masquerading as the team's media team, pretending to be the media team.
You laughed, but you didn't disagree.
Rick, how many followers on Instagram have you got?
119.
How many's the team got?
108.
Oh.
How is it possible that one person has more than a whole team? Phoebe?
Well, I'm new to the team, Matthias, so I can't speak for the past.
Yeah, but then let's speak from December to now.
It's not like any of this was on camera twice.
Actually, Van der Poel deserves it. Let's be honest, Van der Poel deserves the red number today.
No.
For me, yes. For
He
me,
did
yes.
just a sprint and this.
For me, yes.
Anyway, you didn't deserve the red number, first of all. Then we can talk about mine.
I think I deserve it.
I don't believe it.
At the
I
end,
don't believe you.
at the end of the Giro, we should do an internal team poll. Most combative rider of the Giro within the
For me, it's
team.
for me it's Brendle, because he was clearly the weakest, but he made it through.
Yeah.
So that's for me the red number of the team.
I think Rick
Brendle.
deserved it because it's the combative award, and he combated against the team because he went full gas for this, and then he couldn't even do his lead out. So it was a big fight he had.
I like to see as soon as Kadafot hangs out with us guys, he changes personality. I'm proud of you. We teach you how to be.
To be an asshole?
It's good. For me, it's good.
Just less Canadian.
You learn.
Only Rick Zabel could turn the Canadian into an asshole.
Sprint day. Didn't do a debrief on the bus because it was a bit of a somber mood. The second half of the race, real stressful for crosswinds, which there were, but everyone was more interested in just being in position than doing anything about it. It was just a lot of stress not for nothing, but ultimately for nothing. Sprint didn't go to plan. It's like us and Francis de Giro had a similar plan and they got there, we didn't, and then, we did, but then the two riders that were in the break coming back were on the left side. Francis de Giro rightly used them to box us backwards is how it looked from where I was sat, which was behind Branley. We'll go through a debrief tonight and work it out. In lighter news, the last time we were in this hotel room, this guy was in the pink jersey. Little different this time. Instead of being locked in a battle for the pink jersey, you're locked in a battle for the most combative rider in the team.
And I'm eating biscuits.
With zero example when you're eating biscuits. What a difference a year makes.
I have a plate more
yeah.
than last year.
Yeah.
1 year more.
This is when the Giro was going well for us both.
Yeah.
Before it took a turn for us both.
Yeah.
On the same day. Yeah, not much else to say really. The team's just real disappointed because today was an opportunity and it didn't happen. I think I'm more disappointed than Giacomo, unfortunately, because he puts a lot of pressure, I think, on himself. And yeah, it's tough. I wouldn't want to be a sprinter. I really wouldn't want to be a sprinter because it's huge pressure to deal with. Over the years, some massive sprinters that have buckled under it, and not by any means saying that that's happening, not at all, but just saying I wouldn't want to be a sprinter. Quite content in my lead out time trial, the odd breakaway category of bike rider. Not going to win the Tour de France, and I'm okay with that. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll bring you the next two stages.